The scale finally moves down, your clothes fit better, your face looks slimmer, and after months of hard work, you expect your body to look completely different. But then you look in the mirror, and there is one thing you did not expect. Your stomach still looks soft. Your arms may hang a little differently. Your thighs may have loose folds of skin. And suddenly, the victory you worked so hard for does not feel as satisfying as you thought it would. This is one of the most frustrating parts of major weight loss, and it is rarely explained before people begin their journey. Losing the fat and getting rid of the skin left behind are two very different processes. And that difference can leave people asking a difficult question. Why did I lose the weight, but not the loose skin? The answer is more complicated than simply needing to lose more weight or doing more cardio. Your skin is not a piece of clothing that automatically shrinks the moment your body becomes smaller. It is living tissue made up of structures such as collagen and elastin that allow it to stretch, support your body, and respond to changes in size. When your body stays at a higher weight for a long period, that skin can remain stretched for months or even years. Then, when a large amount of weight disappears, the space underneath the skin becomes smaller much faster than the skin itself can sometimes adapt. For some people, the skin gradually retracts. For others, part of it remains loose. And here's the part that many weight loss videos fail to tell you. More weight loss is not always the answer. If what you are seeing is mainly excess skin rather than remaining body fat, losing another 5, 10, or 20 pounds may make your body smaller without making the loose skin disappear. In some cases, it can even make the loose appearance more noticeable because there is less tissue underneath it. That does not mean your weight loss journey failed. It means your body has gone through a major physical change and your skin has its own timeline. Several factors can influence how much your skin rebounds, including how much weight you lost, how long your skin was stretched, your age, genetics, sun exposure, smoking, and the natural elasticity of your skin. Two people can lose the same amount of weight and end up with very different amounts of loose skin. This is why copying another person's routine does not guarantee the same result. But there is also good news. While there is no magic cream, drink, supplement, or exercise that can simply erase large amounts of excess skin, there are practical things you can do to improve the way your body looks and feels after weight loss. And some of these strategies are surprisingly simple. The first is understanding the difference between loose skin, body fat, and lost muscle. These three things can look similar from the outside, but they are not the same problem. If you still have excess body fat, reducing it gradually may change your shape. If you have lost muscle, resistance training and adequate protein can help rebuild the structure underneath the skin. But if you have true redundant skin, exercise cannot literally remove that extra tissue. Understanding this difference can save you months of frustration and stop you from chasing solutions that were never designed to solve the actual problem. In this video, we are going to break down 5 simple and practical steps that can help you improve the appearance of loose, flabby skin after weight loss. You will learn why resistance training matters even when your goal is not to become muscular, how protein can help protect the muscle underneath your skin, why maintaining your weight may be more important than endlessly trying to get lighter, and which everyday habits can support the health and appearance of your skin. We will also talk about one of the most misunderstood parts of this topic: creams, collagen products, supplements, detox drinks, and other so-called skin tightening solutions. Some may affect the surface appearance of the skin, but that does not mean they can remove significant excess skin. Knowing the difference between a temporary cosmetic effect and a real change in body tissue can help you avoid wasting money on products that promise far more than they can deliver. And near the end of this video, We are going to discuss the point where natural methods may reach their limit, because there is an uncomfortable truth that deserves to be discussed openly. Sometimes, after major weight loss, there is simply more skin than the body can naturally retract. When that happens, no amount of crunches, walking, fasting, or special foods can guarantee that the excess skin will disappear. For people with significant redundant skin, medical body contouring procedures may be an option. That does not mean surgery is necessary for everyone, and it certainly does not mean you should feel pressured to have it. It simply means you deserve to know what lifestyle changes can realistically accomplish and where their limitations begin. So stay with me until the end, because by the time we finish, you will have a much clearer idea of what is actually happening to your body after major weight loss, what you can realistically improve without surgery, which popular solutions are overhyped, and when it may be worth speaking with a qualified healthcare professional. Most importantly, you will understand why loose skin does not erase the achievement of losing weight. Your body changed because you changed it. You became lighter and in many cases healthier and stronger, but the skin may not have changed at exactly the same speed. That is not failure. It is biology. And once you understand that, you can stop fighting your body with unrealistic expectations and start working with it in a much smarter way. So if you are ready to understand what really helps with loose skin after weight loss and what does not, you are in the right place. Welcome to our channel. If you want more simple, evidence-based health and weight loss information without miracle promises or confusing claims, make sure to subscribe and let's get started. The first thing you need to understand is that loose skin is not simply leftover fat, and it is not proof that you lost weight the wrong way. Your skin is living tissue. It contains collagen, elastin, and other structural components that give it strength, flexibility, and support. These structures allow the skin to stretch when your body becomes larger, and then gradually move back toward its previous shape when your body becomes smaller. But that process has limits. If your body carries a large amount of extra weight for a long period of time, the skin can remain stretched for years. The deeper tissues underneath it also change. Then, when you lose a substantial amount of weight, the volume underneath the skin can decrease much faster than the skin itself can adapt. The result can be folds, wrinkles, softness, or areas of skin that seem to hang from the body. And this is where many people become confused. They look at their stomach or arms and think, I still look flabby, so I must still have too much fat. But that is not always what is happening. You can have remaining body fat, loose skin, and reduced muscle mass at the same time. These are three different things, and they respond to three different strategies. Fat can be reduced through a sustainable energy deficit. Muscle can be developed or preserved through resistance training and adequate nutrition. But true excess skin is much more complicated because the issue is not simply excess energy stored inside the tissue. The skin itself may have lost some of its ability to retract completely. This is why two people who lose the same amount of weight can look completely different afterward. One person may have relatively little loose skin, while another may have significant folds around the stomach, upper arms, thighs, or other areas. Age can play a role because skin generally becomes less elastic over time. Genetics also matter because people naturally differ in skin structure and elasticity. The amount of weight lost matters too. Losing a few kilograms is very different from losing dozens of kilograms after years of obesity. How long the skin was stretched can also influence the result. Smoking and long-term sun exposure can damage collagen and elastin and may reduce the skin's ability to maintain its structure. This is why there is no universal timeline that tells everyone exactly when their skin will tighten. Some people notice gradual changes after weight loss, while others are left with significant redundant skin even after maintaining a healthy weight. Once you understand this, the next mistake becomes much easier to recognize. One of the most common reactions to loose skin is to assume that the answer must be more weight loss. You reach your target weight, notice that your stomach still looks soft, and immediately think, maybe I need to lose another 10 pounds, then another 10, then another 5. The problem is that the scale cannot tell you whether the tissue you are looking at is fat, muscle, or skin. If the remaining issue is mainly excess skin, continuing to lose weight will not automatically remove it. You may simply make your body smaller while the loose tissue remains. In some situations, losing more weight can even make the loose appearance more obvious because there is less underlying tissue supporting the skin. That does not mean weight loss was a mistake. It means the goal needs to change. Instead of endlessly chasing a lower number, the focus should move toward reaching and maintaining a healthy, sustainable body weight while improving body composition. This is especially important because some people lose both fat and muscle during major weight loss. When muscle decreases, the body can look softer even after a large amount of fat has been lost. This is sometimes called the skinny fat appearance, although the term can be misleading because the real issue is body composition. The answer is not always another aggressive diet. Sometimes the body needs more muscle, not a smaller number on the scale. And that brings us to one of the most useful tools you can use after weight loss. Resistance training. Resistance training cannot magically shrink a large amount of excess skin. No exercise can take a piece of redundant skin and simply make it disappear. But building and preserving muscle can change the shape underneath that skin. Think about what happens when you lose a large amount of fat, but also lose some muscle. The space beneath the skin becomes smaller, and the tissue can appear softer. Strength training gives your body a reason to maintain or build muscle. Basic movements are enough to get started. Squats or sit to stands can train the legs. Rows can strengthen the back. Push-ups or chest presses can work the chest and arms. Lunges can challenge the lower body. Hip hinges can train the hips and hamstrings. Shoulder presses can build the upper body. Core exercises can strengthen the muscles around the trunk. You do not need a complicated program filled with dozens of exercises. What matters most is consistency and gradual progression. Over time, you want your muscles to become stronger rather than simply repeating the easiest version of an exercise forever. Research on resistance exercise during weight loss supports an important idea here. Resistance training can help protect fat-free mass while supporting improvements in body composition. That is valuable after major weight loss because preserving muscle can help you maintain strength and create a firmer overall appearance. But keep the wording honest. Resistance training does not tighten skin in the literal sense. It improves the structure underneath the skin. That distinction matters because it prevents you from expecting a workout to do something biologically impossible. And while training gives your muscles a reason to stay, your diet needs to give them the raw materials they need. This is where protein becomes especially important. Aggressive dieting can make the body smaller, but if protein intake is inadequate and resistance training is missing, some of that weight loss can come from lean tissue. That can make the body look softer rather than more defined. Protein helps support muscle maintenance and recovery, especially when you are trying to lose or maintain weight. Good options include eggs, fish, chicken, lean meat, Greek yogurt, milk and other dairy foods, beans, lentils, tofu, and other protein-rich foods. The goal is not to turn every meal into a giant protein challenge. The goal is to make protein a regular part of your normal meals while also eating enough overall nutrition to support your body. Vitamins and minerals matter too, because your skin and other tissues require nutrients for normal maintenance and repair. But this is where another popular claim needs to be handled carefully. You may see products promising that collagen powder will rebuild your loose skin or make excess skin disappear. That is far too simple. Some research has explored collagen supplements and skin-related outcomes, but that does not mean taking collagen can remove significant redundant skin after major weight loss. No single food or supplement can replace the basic process of improving body composition and, when necessary, medical treatment. The same principle applies to the skin itself. After major weight loss, give your body time. Skin changes do not happen overnight. Some people continue to notice changes for months as their weight stabilizes and their tissues adapt. During this period, protecting the skin becomes more important than searching for a miracle solution. Smoking is one habit worth avoiding because it can damage collagen and elastin and interfere with normal skin health. Sun protection also matters because long-term ultraviolet exposure damages the structures that help keep skin strong and elastic. Hydration is important for normal health, but drinking enormous amounts of water will not magically pull excess skin tight. Moisturizers can improve hydration and the way the skin feels and looks on the surface, but a moisturizer cannot remove a large amount of redundant tissue. Support the skin you have, but do not expect a cream to perform the job of surgery. The same realistic approach applies to maintaining your weight. Once you have reached a healthy and sustainable weight, constantly cycling between extreme dieting and regaining weight can make it harder to maintain muscle and a stable body composition. A better strategy is to build a routine you can actually continue. Keep resistance training in your week. Eat enough protein. Stay physically active. Get adequate sleep. Avoid crash diets that promise dramatic changes in a few days, and give your body enough time to adjust. The goal is not to spend the rest of your life searching for another skin-tightening hack. The goal is to create a stronger body that you can maintain. Then there is the world of products and internet shortcuts. This is where people with loose skin can become especially vulnerable because the desire for a quick fix is understandable. You will find collagen powders, firming creams, dry brushing, detox drinks, cold showers, special exercises, fasting plans, massage techniques, and countless other claims promising to transform loose skin. Some skincare products may temporarily improve the texture or hydration of the skin. Some supplements may have limited evidence for certain skin-related outcomes. But none should be presented as a reliable method for removing large amounts of excess skin. The danger is not only wasting money. It is wasting time while believing that a dramatic result is just one product away. If you have significant redundant skin after major weight loss, lifestyle changes may improve your strength, health, muscle mass, and overall appearance, but they may not completely remove the extra tissue. And that is where it becomes important to understand the medical options without treating them as a failure. Body contouring procedures can remove excess skin from areas such as the abdomen, upper arms, or thighs. A tummy tuck, for example, can remove excess abdominal skin, while other procedures can target different areas of the body. These procedures are not appropriate or necessary for everyone. For some people, loose skin is mainly a cosmetic concern. For others, it can cause repeated chafing, rashes, discomfort, hygiene difficulties, or make exercise harder. In those situations, speaking with a qualified healthcare professional can help determine what is actually happening and what options are reasonable. The important point is that you should know the difference between what lifestyle changes can improve and what they cannot physically remove. That knowledge can prevent unrealistic expectations and help you make decisions based on your actual body rather than the promises of another viral transformation trick. If you lost a significant amount of weight and now have loose skin, do not let that convince you that your transformation failed. You already did something incredibly difficult. You changed your body, your habits, and your health. And sometimes the skin simply does not shrink as much or as quickly as the body underneath it. That is biology, not failure. So focus on what you can control. Maintain a healthy and sustainable weight. Eat enough protein to support your muscles. Strength train consistently. Stay active. Protect your skin from things that can damage it. And most importantly, give your body time. Remember, exercise can build the muscle underneath loose skin and improve your overall shape, but it cannot magically remove large amounts of excess skin. If you have significant redundant skin, especially if it causes discomfort, irritation, or makes daily activities difficult, medical and surgical options may be worth discussing with a qualified healthcare professional. Choosing surgery is not a failure, and choosing not to have surgery is not a failure either. The real mistake is believing that one body type or one perfect appearance defines whether your weight loss journey was successful. You lost the weight. You made progress. You should be proud of that progress. Do not let a little loose skin erase everything you accomplished. Your goal should not be to punish your body until it looks perfect. Your goal should be to build a body that is healthier, stronger, and sustainable for the long term. And if this video helped you understand why loose skin happens and what you can realistically do about it, make sure you subscribe to our channel for more simple, evidence-based health and weight loss information. Give this video a like if you found it useful, and share it with someone who has lost a significant amount of weight and may be struggling with the same issue. And I want to hear from you. What area of loose skin has been the biggest challenge after your weight loss? Tell me in the comments. Your experience might help someone else realize they are not alone.